Hi gamers, I'm making this game, but I got no levels, so I guess I'll make some. I don't have many levels right now. I've got about 7. Some of them are just kind of to teach you things. A couple are just some ideas that didn't work out too well. Some of them you just kill things. And this one's probably my favorite so far because it's the only one where the aliens really need to work together because neither can do what they need to do without the other. This alien can't teleport into the pink circles, but this alien can't reach the enemy at the end. So you kind of need to figure out how to help them to help each other to help you to beat the level. I don't necessarily want this to be a puzzle game, but I want you to have to think about your approach to the levels because I think that's part of the fun. Not every level has to be like this to the same extent though. I think having levels that are more straightforward can be good for the pacing of the game. To start with, I'm going to make some levels to introduce the mechanics that don't already have a good introduction. I've already got levels that introduce the main enemy and 2 of the aliens, but the third one is just kind of slapped in at some point, which isn't very good. The sniper enemy, that looks freaking awesome, has a couple of things that I needed to teach the player. Obviously that it'll kill them, but also that they can only target one alien at a time, and that walls block its line of sight, which also resets the timer on it killing you. My first iteration of the level just had one sniper in the middle and you had to use one of your aliens as a sacrifice, which did teach that it can only target one at a time, but not that it needed line of sight. But then my second version did the opposite, and I landed on this one with enemies behind cover to force you to figure out that you're safe there. Now I'm gonna make a level for this shotgun enemy. I don't really know how I want the levels with them to work. I kind of just made the enemy because I thought they'd be neat. Basically, they just have a vision cone, and if you step inside it, they shoot you. I didn't really like this first attempt as an introduction to the enemy, so I just kept it for later, because I thought it was cool to have to teleport around the vision cones, like some sort of stealth level. This next attempt, though, I thought that it would be a good idea to have the vision cones get in your way as much as possible, so you're forced to find out how they work and how to deal with them. So here how this one gets in the alien's way, preventing them from walking just in a straight line to get the double kill. And this alien physically can't enter the building without getting shot until the other alien kills the enemy. Yeah, whatever. Introductory levels. Blah blah blah. I'm bored. Here's some cool levels that I made. And this music is also awesome. Except that's kind of half a lie, because the music is awesome, but the levels kind of aren't that awesome. They do what they were made to do, and that was to be easy. And I'm realizing now that I kind of just made a bunch of levels that aren't all that fun. Except for this level, which was the last one I made. The goal of this level was just to use every mechanic in one level, and I kind of just threw everything down in ways that seemed to make sense. So I kind of got to play it in a similar way to how someone who's never seen the game before would play it, because I didn't have a planned out solution. I just kind of threw things together. And what this made me think is that this level is pretty freaking fun. Why am I not making more levels like this? Because this is awesome. And then I thought, man, I have to make more levels like this. That's gonna be hard. So here's my great idea. This level has one of every mechanic, so I'm just gonna make another level like it, removing mechanics as I go backwards as they're being introduced. And I think it's worked pretty good. I made this level. I quite like it. I started by making this shape with the shotgun people, because I thought it was neat. I added the circle around so that this alien couldn't just teleport in and kill them. But I decided to change it to 3 smaller ones so that they still can kill them all, but they have to sacrifice themselves to do it. At the top of the screen, I changed the display for how much time you have left to be split up into these notches, so I can just set how many notches each level has, and that determines how much time. Each notch is always the same amount of time, which I hope will give people a more intuitive idea of how long they'll have to do things. So, they see 12 notches, so they know they have twice as much time as usual. I also made this level. I don't know if I like it. I feel like the teleporty alien is kind of useless in it. I made a main menu. It's not very pretty, but it's good enough for now. There's some parallax going on. There's some settings going on. When I added the button to unlock every level, that was mainly for testing stuff, but I just decided might as well keep it, let people use it. I've made it possible to have cutscene levels. The cutscene is just kind of a slideshow, but when I'm ready I'll be able to make some pictures to put here. It's kind of funny how this works, because instead of making a separate condition to win a level, there's just an invisible enemy that dies once you reach the last slide. I've been working on a Steam page, but it's not quite ready. At the latest it'll be done by the time I finish the first demo.